Hey Reese, what did you finish today?
Peacock!
Hey Floss Tube, it's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. Today is July the 14th, right? That's what you told me. This is Cait. This is my niece.
Hi.
We have done this video once already. Unfortunately, is disappeared off of my computer. We did it while we were on vacation up in the Sandhills. Cait's going to share her stitching with all of you. I've got what I worked on. Originally, I was going to add some more content to the end of the video, but it's been a weekend, so we're just going to go with what we got here, and I'll make a part 2 or save it for next time. Dan is standing here in front of us, and he's doing this sign language thing, like he's, you know,
just to help her.
just to help Cait. Yeah, she needs that. I don't think so. Anyway, welcome to my channel. It's a channel about cross stitch, so if that's what you're interested in, you have come to the right place. Cait's got lots of projects. I've kind of influenced her not to be monogamous, so she has lots of starts. We both had new starts while we were on vacation, and she has started 1 or 2 since we got back.
One. It was
One.
my after vacation start.
Her after vacation start. I do not have an after vacation start. So anyway, did you have fun on vacation?
Yeah.
You did? What was your favorite part?
I liked the fishing when I went in the water. I think everyone enjoyed that.
They went to a different, what was that place called?
Cub Creek.
Cub Creek.
Right.
Not sure why it was called a creek, because it looked more like a lake or
like a pond,
a
big
large
pond.
pond. What?
A creek that feeds into it.
Okay, but then it should be Cub Lake or Pond then. Anyway, one day they went fishing there, and apparently Cait went. Ben challenged you to.
He dared me to go into the water and catch a fish with the net, and he said he'd pay me $15 if I actually did it. He paid me $5 because I went in. I didn't catch a fish with the net, but I think everyone enjoyed watching me. I did get in trouble, though, because we didn't have any towels with us.
Yeah, she went in. Like she was wet when she got home.
Yeah.
But, well, that was a good adventure.
Yeah, the rodeo was fun.
Was it?
Yeah.
Were the boys cute?
There was, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cowboys are cute.
They are.
Yes, indeed. Anyway, we did have a good time on vacation. The weather was not the greatest, and the facility has not really changed for the better in the last 12 months, but we still had a good time. We had 9 dogs there with us, and was it 11 people?
10 most of the time.
10 most of the time?
And then Abby and the kids made it like 13.
Yeah. So Abby came up for 3 days, and then she went home. We arrived Wednesday. Abby arrived Thursday. Abby left Saturday. Adam arrived Saturday.
I think she left Sunday.
Did you? Oh, yeah, Sunday morning, sorry. And Adam arrived Saturday. So we had quite a few people there. It was a good time. Anyway, that's not what you're here for. So we're going to go ahead and start this little whip parade, so to speak. And I'm going to let Cait go first.
Okay. So the first one is...
Question. How long have you been stitching?
Since I was like 8 or 9, so...
Was it that long ago?
7 years ago? 6 or 7 years ago?
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, because I had to spend a day at your shop.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a pattern that I liked, and I wanted to get it. So Mom
I don't see any cross stitch
Well,
anywhere.
that's because it's all in my room. There's stuff in the basement that's like holiday stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. All right. So a number. You've been stitching for a while then.
it took me 4 years to finish the first project though.
Okay.
And it was tiny.
So technically, you've only been stitching since. So you said 8 or 9,
Yeah.
and you're 15. So subtract 4.
He's 12.
So you've only been stitching a year or 2,
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah. But I've gotten like
You got a lot.
4 done?
Yeah.
3, 4?
You've got. If they were readily available, we'd show them.
Yeah.
She's only 12.
I know. Melanie's still only 12 in my head, so Cait would be like negative something. Okay, so go ahead. Sorry I interrupted.
It's fine. So the first one is one that Mom liked and I like too. It's for my mom's.
Try and let's see if we can hold it like that so the ring light's not showing. There.
It's a fox, since my last name is Fox. And it's for the living room, and we all liked it. So I was going to stitch it for Mom. And I chose this kind of, I think this is 36 count? No,
32.
32.
32 count. That's the Basalt Splash Lugana. And you can just see the eyes forming.
Mm-hmm.
Does it freak you out when he's staring at you while you're poking and stabbing at him?
I hadn't thought of that before now, but thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I'm going to show my vacation start, which was Eliza's French Birds from JBW. And I believe I am doing this on 40 count Dulce de Leche. So that is, I wasn't this far when we filmed this the first time. I have a full bird now and some more greenery. But that's pretty good. It has not been a great stitching week for me. So not much has occurred since we got home last Saturday.
So the next one is one from Autumn Lane Stitchery. It's called Serena Sprout. And it's basically a witch.
Was that your vacation start?
This is my vacation start. And I'm doing it on 36
count.
Vintage springtime. And originally, when I started it, I only had. Can you hold this?
Yes.
I only had this part done right there. But since we got home in like a week, I've done all of this.
She's done good.
Yeah.
And look, I'm going to show off your backs because her backs look really good. So it's going to be pretty.
Yeah. I have changed a few colors, and I've changed all the greens in this one.
To an over dye. You don't need
Yeah.
to say what you changed them to, but just know that she changed her greens. She wanted a little movement in her greens, so we changed them up to an over dye. My next one, I had 2 goals for my vacation stitching. One of them was to finish my peacock, and the other was to finish a block on Hawk Run Hollow. And I did get my block on Hawk Run Hollow done, and I've started the next block because my goal is to get another block done. I'd like to say by the end of July, but I'll settle for the end of the year.
You don't have that much longer until then, like half.
It's a half.
Until
there's no
July.
way. Look at this. I just have the beginning of the.
That's what I'm saying. Is you don't have that much or too much longer.
So
to
I finished this
another
block. I did adjust it a little bit and put, instead of the Reverend Isaiah Cook, I put in Father Foster, who was the priest that married Dan and I. And I also left off the leaves on the trees mostly because I didn't feel like doing them. I may go back and do them, or I may not. It just depends on how I feel. But, so this block that I've just started the outline of over here is going to be the block with the cemetery, because I thought it needed to go next to the church instead of the school.
And is the cemetery the one with the black?
That's all colored in. Yeah, I forgot. I think I left I had to do this at Cait's because we were visiting relatives, and I had to bring Melanie back home, so we just decided we would record this at their house, and I forgot the cover at my house. So yes, the next one is the cemetery, and it's all filled in, and you'll notice that none of the rest of these are filled in the background. And I can't decide, while I like the look of the filled in background, I don't necessarily like the fact that it's the only one that's filled in. So right now I'm going to say I'm not going to fill it in. When I get it done, I may change my mind, which is my prerogative as a woman. Back to you, Cait.
Okay, so the next one was my after vacation start. And it's called Halloween Quaker.
From Lila's studio.
And I'm stitching it on 32 count Haunted. I'm doing 2 projects on Haunted.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how much I've done. It's not a lot, but
Well, not bad in a week,
no. It's,
considering how much you did on Serena.
yeah, it's very intricate, this one.
Mm-hmm. But you have all the different motifs, so
Yeah.
each motif is kind of like a little finish.
There's this one. The only problem with this one, I don't like how there's this, where is it? I can't see. It's like a W, a random W, and an H. And they stand for Witch and Halloween. There's like a heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure I like that.
Okay. So what would you rather do? You could put your own initials in there.
Well, the initials are right there.
Oh,
My initials.
okay.
I could do Millie and Macy.
Millie and Macy are her dogs, but they are locked up because they would make noise. You know, other people I think have changed those too. You could just take one of these little motifs that, you know, are floating around and plop them in there too.
And I thought about doing that, and I'm like, how would I don't know how I would do that. I'm not that good.
I can help you. I can help you out. But you know, the nice thing about this one is you can, I mean, and she shows it down here where you could take that little part. If you didn't want to do this whole thing, you can take little bits and pieces like this. She shows it down here and do that. Or, you know, you could make a little pillow out of the skeletons. So it's kind of a versatile chart. Mm-hmm.
This was again one from my mom. She liked it. So.
You don't like it?
I like it. It was just those like 2 things, that W and the H.
Well, then leave them out.
Okay. I think that's what I might do.
You can do that. She can do that. Next up, I worked just a little bit on a Tisket a Tasket, my red version. So let me look at it to see what I did. Right here. I did a couple more of these diamond things, filled them in, and I started a motif. I started this motif right there. So, didn't get very far. I only worked on it one night or one day, but as I always say, something is better than nothing. Okay.
Back to me.
Back to you, Cait.
Okay. The next one is another one from Autumn Lane Stitchery. It's called Baba Yaga.
Can you tell Cait kind of likes Autumn Lane.
Yeah, I do. I have like a whole list of like ones I like.
She's got a list.
And even from other designers, I have lists.
Do ya?
I like, yeah.
Etsy was kind of a thing there for a while. She was going on Etsy and finding all kinds
Oh,
of.
I still have a bunch.
You still have a whole
white.
bunch. A whole bunch.
But I think I
Okay.
might do a bunch from that I can get from like your shop and stuff because I like those.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you supporting the store.
So this is what I have done. I haven't worked on it since before vacation, but it's just a little bit of the house, and I'm doing this on 30.
Isn't it 32 count?
32
haunted?
count haunted. Yeah, this is the other
Yeah.
haunted one, and no color changes with this one.
But when you started that part of that you got done developed pretty quickly.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like you're a fast stitcher,
I do too, because
like faster than your auntie is. I feel real slow.
I don't think you're that slow. I think you're pretty fast because you got a lot done in a short amount of time on vacation. I didn't get any.
All I did was, no, you didn't, because you were out doing things. That's what you wanted for your vacation. My vacation, I wanted to sit on my butt and do nothing but stitch, which is what I accomplished it. Goal achieved. The weather was bad. It was cold. I was huddled under blankets a lot of the time because for the first time I forgot to bring long pants and a shirt and a jacket. And I always remember to bring those. And this time I just thought to myself, it's been so warm, I don't really need them. And I was wrong. And I will admit that I was wrong. So, all right. Next up, a Quaker welcome. I've been focusing mostly on the dang alphabets because we all know I don't like the alphabets. And I figured let's get them done so I can enjoy the rest of it. So, there is what I have done. I've made quite a bit of progress on the alphabets. I think the next time I pick it up, which is supposed to be tomorrow night for Zoom, I might drop down and do something other than an alphabet. Maybe that crow. That'd probably be the only thing I would get done during Zoom. But the color changes, still enjoying the color changes.
Didn't you change your initials?
Yep, I put our initials in there and the year that we got married. I got rid of the grapefruit color that was called for. I think it was grapefruit. But this was supposed to be a brighter pink, and I didn't like it at all. The leaves are now colored instead of black. So
I like yours a lot better.
Thank you. I do too. Back to you, Cait.
The next one is one from Cottage Garden Samplings.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called Christmas Parade. And I'm doing this on,
What are you doing it on?
I don't know, I couldn't find the card. I looked for it when I got home. Because I have them all in a little.
Probably something like slate or might be slate. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm not 100% sure.
And that's how much I have done before. I finished his arms on vacation before I had everything else except his arms done. So this arm, and the bell. I just need to finish his feet, a bunch of letters, a few hearts, a deer, and the border, and then I'm done. So I'm so close to finish.
Yeah. That clock is ticking.
For the state fair.
Tick, tick, tick. Well, no, not just for the state fair. You've got one for the state fair. But for Christmas is coming.
I know.
The goose is getting fat. And that needs to be finished.
It will be. I'm going to work on
Because your
this.
Halloween ones are not going to be finished by Halloween.
No, of course not.
So, but you could.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have this one done by Christmas. I hope. It could be.
Well, not that you're going to take my advice, but I think I would go back to this one and get it finished so that it could get in the queue for framing for Christmas, because it may take till then.
Well, I was going to work on this later today and like tomorrow because Mom's snagging, because that was another one for Mom that she liked.
Yeah.
And I also changed 3 colors. I changed a white, like an off-white to like pure white, a gray to black, and then I lightened up pink, I think. So that's that one.
It's looking good.
Thank you.
Okay, and last but not least, I spoke of my goals for vacation, and one of them was the block from Honk Run Hollow, and the other was to finish my peacock. And that is exactly what I did. The peacock is done. You don't have to hear me say that till I start the next one, because I do have another one ready to go. So for those of you who may be new, this is my peacock, and I've got the frame picked out. It's absolutely perfect. So it will go in the queue, but I have people waiting for pictures for the state fair, so I've got to focus on their stuff. This is not going to go to the state fair this year. Next year it will go, but this year it is not going to the state fair. But there he is in all his glory. The stitchers that were at the shop on Saturday were very complimentary about how beautiful he was. So I had one lady turn it over and look at the back, and I'm like, oh, don't look at that tail, because that tail was intense, and it's a little not neat. But no one but me and Cait now are going to notice. But there he is. He's finished. I'm thrilled with him, and I can't wait to get him stretched and framed.
Are you doing an oval frame like you wanted? Or?
Nope, it's going to just be a square frame. It's pretty thick, and it has a scroll detail on it that matches that orange scroll in the stitching. So it's going to be perfect. I'm thrilled. Okay.
So for my last one, it's the big one.
It's the big one.
It's a really big one.
The big one, Ethel.
It's from Etsy. It's one Julie showed me, actually.
I have it in my stash.
She showed it to me 2 years ago, when we were on this like retreat thing at the sister's house. She found it on Instagram, and I said I liked it. So I'm doing it, and it's called Kingdom of Books.
Let's go this way and go closer to the camera.
Uh-oh.
We missed it. Okay. There you go. Kingdom of Books.
And I have this much done. It's a big one.
I think is a pretty good amount of it done. She's doing it on 32 count vintage country mocha Lugana. And we chose that because the background on the chart
is
completely stitched. And why do that if you can just have the fabric that looks kind of similar? I don't think we need it. So
and the floor is also stitched, and I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I feel like it would look kind of odd with this being pretty much completely filled in, and then like just having an empty space for the floor. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, I don't know either.
I think I'm going to decide that when I get
everything done
on this side, because if I was going to do it, I would get all this on the side that I'm working on
that side,
and then come back and do it this way, and then start on the books.
Yeah.
But
it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Do you like my back?
The back is good. I mean, there's a lot of color changes in this.
Yeah.
So the more color changes, the harder it is to make it look pretty on the back. But again, once it's framed.
No one will know.
No one's going to know. They're just going to say, oh my, that is absolutely stunning.
There are also, for the book, like the names of the books, back stitching, and they were done in a different language.
Russian, I think.
Yeah. And so Julie's going to help me backstitch the names of the books that I want.
Yeah, she's got favorite books that she wants to put on there instead. So,
and I think there are also specialties such as like French knots or something on that one. So you're gonna have to help me with that too.
Or we could do beads.
Oh, beads! You can do
Give
that.
it a little sparkle.
I like that.
Yeah, I would. I can do French knots. I don't enjoy French knots, so I would rather do a bead.
I think I might do that, but I like the sparkle.
A little bit of sparkle is nice.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I think that is. I don't have any more in my bag of tricks.
That's all for me.
Cait doesn't appear to have any more in her bag of tricks, so I think that's probably all we're going to do today. I do have. I may or may not have gone antiquing a couple of times now. So I may or may not have a bunch of wonderful treasures that I found. So I'll probably do a part 2 and show my treasures in that one. And I still need to pull a winner of the flag chart. I haven't done that yet, but because my weekend has been a weekend, I'm not going to even try to do that for this video. We're just going to stick a fork in this one multiple times and call it good, so that you have something to see tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'm going to record next week's chart of the week. And depending on what else I have to do tomorrow, I may try to do the part 2 tomorrow. Otherwise, it'll happen next week. But anyway, that's it. That's all I got. I hope everyone had a wonderful 4th, a safe 4th. It was blissfully silent where we were. So happy. Came home. I don't think I told you this. We came home, came up our road. And the neighbors across the street from us, there was just this huge, probably the size of this kitchen table, laying in the street. They hadn't even picked it up yet. It was just debris. A whole huge, it was probably, I don't know, a couple feet tall and as big as this table, of just debris. And then there was all kinds of crap in our yard Dan had to clean up. And it laid there. They cleaned it up. They cleaned it up about midweek this week.
Who does that?
Well, they're also the people that have the 6-foot tall thistle growing in their garden.
Oh.
It's like, kill the thistle. But anyway, so I am really glad we were not there for that fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure they enjoyed it. I would not. My dogs would not. So blissfully quiet where we were. It was awesome. Ben got some pretty awesome rainbow pictures.
Yeah.
That I'll probably show. And Cait and Dan went on an adventure that I'll tell you about.
We're going to buy it.
She's determined she's going to buy. Buy. I don't know where you're getting the money.
I'll get a job.
You'll get a job. Okay. All right. So you stay tuned for that in then part 2 of this video, which won't come out for a couple of weeks. So take care until then and get some stitching done.
Bye.
Bye-bye.